Hi guys, welcome over to the channel. And apparently, I was given a temporary contract for working with milk tea store. Like, I apparently might have misheard or something. I didn't agree to work there forever. It's just temporarily to give myself an experience. And honestly, uh quite bagel here is that milk tea store is multiple things in one row, and apparently you need majority experience. What I mean is, day one they will tell you, oh, here's your station, and day two they'll ask you to go to counter, and day one is like, okay. Uh, what I mean is when they first officially tell me is like, hey, I heard that you're like finding a work, and then I said, yeah, temporarily as a part timer. But when I go there, I thought it was like 1 day training and that's it, or quite a day and that's it, and then I never thought of they put me in the contract. So what happened was, well, not so easy. I have to go through countless of channels to call the company. Like, I normally don't like straightforward go there to like do an interview. I call that person up and they tell me that one of the managers is gonna call you on the phone, and we send voice messages to each other on the WhatsApp to make sure it's available. And then I thought was like 1 day, 2 days experience, but man, when I go there, I was late for 30 minutes. That's my fault because I overslept. And then another hand, I also have an issue where I can't really cope with the customers sometimes, and it's not easy. It's much more bigger rather than being on YouTube. I like YouTube more is you won't be in contact with who or whatever. But when you go there, you need to be experienced. Must have five things to. Let's just make it three for the goal. One is definitely don't be late. Number two, people will be looking at you even on the camera. They were like, haha, you got caught. And three, you definitely want to improve over the time being. I mean, it's fine that you're slow or whatsoever in day one, but day two is never easy. So technically, when I go there, they don't understand what you're saying. Like, okay, so communication have been major blown. When I tell them I only speak English, they say that, can you understand Chinese? Uh, I say, I only know a teensy bit of it. Then, okay, fine. They acknowledge that you have one experience in Chinese issue, and then later on, they allow you to work. Even though it's like training or someone will guide you through the day, not fully guiding, but actually they are looking at you like, how to say, the manager will be starting to watch you like what you do or what's your mistake, and they will tell you like, honestly, uh the one thing I find it very interesting Compare from the old work that I used to work for KOI, the Experience, Koi Liho. These two company, I can tell you, is a tight slap. But when the thing came is, honestly, they asked me couple of questions in the very first few hours, like, what is your real name and what are you doing here? Why are you actually joining this milk tea company while there is countless of counterparts that available for you? I said I just wanna. So what my answer for the question was, I give them my real name, and then I give them the idea why I actually wanted to join this company for a while. So I given the answer is, I technically here to learn experiencing, and then down the road, if I really want this company, I can actually try a path career in milk tea again, but I'm definitely not saying I'm enjoying it. Everybody doesn't like their work, but I also want to experience customer service in a hand. So countless part is navigation. Navigation through a decent few number like food delivery system. And food delivery system got mobile, got Food Panda, Panda Express, all these very delicious name. Even the expensive app they have is like quite a few. I can't even remember a lot of them. I only know a few like GrabFood, all this. But once you actually join that company, they're gonna teach you the very basic, like how to see the navigation number. And I'm like most human, I make my own mistake. I came to that company late 30 minutes, but I stay back for more than 30 minutes to 7 o'clock. Then I also try not to make a mess. I clean as I learn, and they will teach you countless of time. Like they'll tell you what to flip down, what to flip up, what's the bag size, and there is multiple numbering in that bag. But I find it very disturbing, like, why is there so many bags? I mean, if plastic bag was a bigger issue, you don't know what else they are going to tell you tomorrow. My mind was blown. The size of the bag was medium, small, large. Medium, medium, large, and extra large. But medium can be up to 4 cup. Then 5 and 6 cup, you need a bigger bag, and you need to learn how to navigate through the number. Like the numbering system is a big mess. I mean, from previous experience, I never experienced like jump the number, like they make the number like, for example, your number 10, they will come with 12. And then when they make the drinks, it's super fast and you can't catch up on day one. Like literally, they tell you how many bags and how many straws. If you got toppings, you need a bigger straw. If you don't have a topping, then you're totally screwed. Like, they'll tell you many things. but in a day you can't learn much. But what I think is experience is number one, and number two, you need to navigate, like from what bag to what bag, what straws for this and what drinks for that. And number three, you need to be knowledgeable to answer the customer correctly with the relevant answer. And I also have couple of like instance I make very big mistake, like the delivery system. I didn't see the thing. I just thought, oh, okay, this one is for that particular drink, but I never experienced that. I need to go through the list and see what drink is that. And the stickers was very small, the numbering. So by mistake, I made like couple mistake available here. Then it's a big mistake for me to like step in late, but I also know that they need to rely on you. Like navigation is one. Number two, you need to be very polite. Most of the time, the manager will step in and they will say, "Here, come, I teach you what to do." And then, okay, fine, I go there. They never scold. They talk to me nicely. They treat me like a human being. From noob to professional, I can tell you honestly, not every company is the same. But for part-timing in a very early job scope, you can experience like, okay, you just have to remember what is this for and what is that, and use the basic experience first. Then once the things start to pile up, like drinks multiply pile, then the manager will step in and help you. I guess that's a good thing, I think, maybe. And then quite a few mistake was there, to be frank. And I think it's very honest that I like fast-paced job, but fast-paced job doesn't mean you can officially relax. You cannot use your phone. You cannot text message anybody. Even my phone rang like 4 or 5 times like in that very particular day. You can't answer it. They will tell you, boy, just to let you know, we cannot allow our staff to use the phone. As for working, we are not allowed to use phone. We are not allowed to contact the person. So we have to like go through countless of I mean, my mistake was texting, but I guess it's not allowed. So nope, zero on the phone, zero possible like way to tell you what to do, and they will tell you, do you have any idea what is this? They will test you potentially something, and then you have to remember the answer in a decent amount of time, like maybe 1 week to 5 weeks. The first week they will start to go easy on you, but on the other hand, down the road, like 2 3 weeks, 4 5 weeks, you still do the same mistake. They will start to tell you, it's time for you to pack up the bag and resign. I mean, technically that's what boot camp is. And I said, fine, it's okay that I treat this as my holiday work. But signing a contract and take your photo and sign you up in the system is to make sure that you clock in at the right time, how many hours you work. They require your ID, and they also require you to take a photo, and then you got a very professional cut profile there. Then after like maybe 2 or 3 days, they'll start to pile up like what's your first day mistake and then the second day mistake. Then they will inform you that if you're suitable for this job, then they will keep you, but you will be monitored from there. But if you're not suitable, fine by me, I got study to go through. I got 2 more months of study, so I can easily just enjoy my study as a normal student, and I also want to earn some extra cash just in case majority people will start to feel annoyed, like how many times does this happen. And I can tell you, my first day experience was a mess. Navigation was a mess. Numbering system, I'm a mess with it, but I learned. And I can honestly bash up myself saying that, oh hell no, I'm like the worst employee there. I mean, technically, I'm worse than anybody they ever seen. In other store, they will start to be getting a headache. That's one. But I also start to learn. Like I learned from the basic. Then make sure you do it fast. That's what they require. And you have to tell them that you're only a part-timer and you are here just to like spend time, and I want to stay away from online gaming as well. That's what I've been telling them, honestly, but my bigger answer is I just want to stay offline. But if family member text me, like my IMBU mom texting me, then yeah, I use an app to contact her. It's much more easy, but we also have to keep in mind there's a 24-hour difference or 12 hours different, depends on where you are. You contact them, tell them that you're working and you're not able to answer the phone, and you can only like give text messages. But also keep in mind, company don't allow you to use the phone time to time, but you can came up with an excuse saying that, hey, is it possible I go to the toilet real quick? And then they said, yeah, you can. You are allowed to go toilet whenever you are required or needed to. You are allowed to go for 5 minutes break. So I just went to the toilet, used my phone, text messages, check things, and end of the time I go back in to work and feel relief, stress free, be patient, and learn and multiple learning. And also when you take order, make sure you count it correctly. Do not just see mistake and then cause majority mistake. And the company won't require you to do a mistake, but the manager will be very strict. If you make super mistake like give wrong cashback. You don't know the basic of handling customer, and you also like majority they'll teach you from scratch like army, like you just joining boot camp, army camp. They will teach you the yeah, but technically they are teaching you in a correct term. And then I also experienced that people can be naive, like serious. The day one that I finished my first few bag, the night shift was the horrible decision. Is that particular order, when you order, you are given a ticket. People don't see the number, they just pretend they don't hear you. You just yell the number like order 23, they don't come. So okay, fine. I had no issue that you don't come also possible. But people is there. There is instance that people is there. They have the ticket with them. They just listen to music. They don't care if you yell the number or whatsoever. They just fine, I guess. And I myself very frustrated as a customer. I want the employee. I want to make sure that I receive my drink in a moderated number of timing. But other people just love to spend time listening to music, start their earpiece with a loud music, and ignore the employee. Wow. Man, that's a drastic move first. And then you also won't be able to serve fast because there's multiple order that you need to order like 12, 6, 10. There's also a 15 bag of order split into 3 different bag. And there is customer that actually wants to individually bagging 2-3 drinks at the same time with a single bag. And I said, wow, extra work. So Alison said, okay, fine. I said, okay, you want individual bag. Can I confirm with you? And they said yes. So you are always okay to ask if your plastic bag. And some of them will even say, is there any like possible way that you can do this in a moderator manner, like customize their own thing? Then the manager will step in to like tell them what to do, what to pay, what to do this, what is that. And I guess it's a okay-ish matter. But I also want people to know that as an employee, I want to make sure every customer is at their best experience. Well, you can is to manage countless of numbers that you can give. And I also want to make sure that people feel comfortable approaching you and say hi. Even as a YouTuber, I want somebody to be nice to me, but I don't want to tell them that I'm a YouTuber. If any particular reason they can recognize you through your phone or any of the thing, I believe you particularly need to run away. As fast as I can, I honestly don't want to give a big answer that I'm a streamer. If I tell them I'm a video content creator or something, they will not and said okay. But end of the time, the feeling will be start to say, why is this streamer in my shop? I know the manager will be thinking like this, and I said, okay, probably my biggest mistake ever is to make sure someone receive that drink. But I also make couple mistake. So I just hope it's not a count. Let's continue each of the mistake that I made. I just want to make sure the customer is having the best experience while I can. And first 2 days I don't mind ish, but try not to be late. The most important is to make sure that you are always polite. As a customer service, you need to make sure that you're always polite, give them a smile, or tell them that okay, and things. And day one, they will be patient with you. They will give you free drinks. They will tell you stories of the experience. They will ask you why you want to join this company, and why don't you want to join a basic company and a slower paced job like retail. I tell them I want to learn experience for now while I'm studying, and if there's any particular reason in the future, I will discuss if I want to continue working with them, or maybe I want to go for a different company. Honestly, if I tell my lecturer about this thing, they will start to nag on me. I know half of them will be, the lecturer will be like misunderstanding why you want to do this work at a pandemic, and also at a level of extent that you need to manage how to survive outside while you are having fun. There is opportunity to have fun actually. Not just opportunity, but realistically they give you fun time in in any event. They will make sure you had fun. They wanna hear you giggle, they wanna hear you laugh. I mean, it's fine for me to have fun, but make sure you also work as you go. And also try to learn a basic courtesy and say okay, okay, okay. Make sure it's better that you learn. And then they asked me, did I join any military before? Like everybody need to go through army once in a year or 2 years experience? I particularly tell them that I gone there for 3 months as a IT engineer. Then they understand, okay, fine. But in the same time, they have this strange look. Why is this guy so special? Don't need to go through 2 years army, but you need to go through army work for 3 months, and not just, to be honest, not just one time, not just one camp that you will be attached to. You will be attached into multiple camps. Even Air Force also under IT budget. So I was there for 3 months in the army in an island, remote, not allowed to take photo, not allowed to say anything, but you're friendly with the MP. So the MP will start to acknowledge who you are. They even recognize who you are. When I started working in the army, was like, here I go again. I thought I can avoid that army long time ago, but I still got bite back to be an IT engineer. and I feel frustrated that I need to be on a ferry boat, and the boat will take about 30 to 1 hour, and you got 15 minutes of rest, like 15 minutes resting, you got 15 minutes to get to that island, and back and forth is fine. I guess back then 3 months 4 months ago I did my part in the BM, like multiple places camp in the army camp. I don't need to go barrack. That's one good thing about it. But also, you are still feel the frustration. Like, why? Oh my god, why? But over time, you will start to remember why, and you will start to hear the music, recruit anthem, and like, okay, fine. I guess they did take the music from the film. They like it. I just feel annoyed, like when I hear that music. It's like, here we go again. 2 years experience. Okay, fine. Army experience, fine. Everything is fine. But for me, I can only give you a very big answer. I stayed there for 3 months, and I feel pain. Even though that 3 months was short term, I was thrown into multiple camp, and I don't enjoy being in the IT field. It's very stressed, and you also need to remember that IT field in a day or two, you need to like countless of number, hundreds of laptop to be fixed. Then compared to F&B, like this kind of industry, you probably might want to have that very particular reason why you want to be in this company. You need to remember why and what's the value core that you learn. And I actually take as a BMTC, basic military training course. I was there for 3 months, and I know what to react, I know what to say, and I know how to pay attention. But if you ask me to navigate through a decent small number, I would say, oh Lord, here we go again. Because you don't know who is belong to what and what is this other number to go to. Navigation to me is a big problem. I prefer not to have any mistake, but if I do have mistake, I want to make sure I advance changes and make sure the customer feel okay with it. Even countless of time I make mistakes, slow down, or particularly like don't know what to do. Just make sure that you ask the manager what is the correct procedure, what is your duty of the day. If you stick with cash duty, better tell them that you're not experienced with mathematics, so they won't put you in that position yet. But I hope they don't, because end of the day, if you did like majority make a mistake in cash, you yourself as an employee need to pay back that company, like particularly the amount. I honestly don't want to touch cash, and I just want to learn basic to make sure that I don't go through cash payment. I mean, if particular reason they don't allow you to like go, or they don't allow you to make a mistake, it's fine, but you need to have extra cash on standby. If you particularly know the next day they will ask you to make cash payment, you definitely have to stand by cash in your wallet. Just in case if there's a very emergency, they want to deduct that very payment and make sure that you pay for your mistake. I understand that. But I also advise not to make a problem. Like, try to be patient and nice to them first. I know people that actually react like gangster outside, but I honestly feel a good boy charm is a bit bigger, but I always like, okay. I can only say, I can lie and say I'm okay with it, but in reality, they can see through your heart. Like, tell you, are you sure? Or are you thinking again that you want to run away from this company? But I honestly tell them, I just give it a try because I have a school holiday and I want to stay offline from video game is my particular reason that I want to try. And I honestly can tell you it's not easy but manageable. And you also have to keep in mind that you are studying as a student, so you need to make sure they know in advance that you can't come on that very date so they can get someone from the other shop to cover your hour. And okay, fine, I don't get paid for whatsoever reason, but I just want to have fun and understand what's the procedure in that very date. So that's about it, I guess. Day one is definitely navigation issue, but I hope day two don't make the same mistake, and day three I don't want to get any cash payment issue. But on the long term, I have to say that I have to study, so I probably might need to pause that work. I mean, I have no choice. I mean, technically, what I want and is my goal is definitely be there. But thanks to my mom on IMBU, she's patient. She texts me whenever she can, and she'll tell me everything is fine. I guess not much of a can-do spirit. I feel down that I miss her, but of course want her to be proud that I actually found a work for part-time and for the time being. That's all I can share my story, and hopefully it gives you some occurred time that think twice before joining a company through the pandemic while you're still studying. Is all I can tell you. And make sure you keep them in contact, like just in case you need a future job and plan A fail, plan B, plan C. That's definitely multiple contact you can get, and make sure you know each other by heart. Don't say by anything by mistake you fall in love with the customer. They don't care, but you don't want to tell the customer that, oh, I do have feeling about you, blah blah blah. I don't want to hear all this. I mean, technically you're there to work, and you are not there for dating. Dating you can wait until you're 30 years old or 31 and you're ready and you got stable job, and that will be definition of you are willing to find a girlfriend. Even they ask me if I have a girlfriend in real life, I say no, I'm technically single, but I'm willing to find a girlfriend in the future when I get a stable job and stable income. Make sure I have good insurance as well, just in case. But what I can say is day one, try to be fast and try to navigate, and don't remember to do the same mistake. Even though you got a mistake, just say sorry, I will learn again and I will learn better, is all I can say. My best advice is think about how you can manage this scenario like me. Study, work, study, work, study, work. It's frustration is one thing. Frustrating and mentally pain. Like mentally they will tell you, they'll test you on the upcoming. I don't know about joining the company is a good thing or bad thing, but I guess is give it a shot. And I also have to keep in mind I also felt sick after working like 6 hours, in 6 hours 30 minutes or 6 hours to 7 hours. You feel sick. I honestly gonna feel sick. Even I wear mask, I went back home, I felt wobbly, I feel unstable. My eye was cursedly pain, and I have to like I admitted defeat. Even Mr. Avoid called me, said that, hey, are you free to play game? I said, bro, I'm sorry to tell you, but I need to go sleep because I got work and I want to be responsible to whatever is being trained on the next day. And he understand, he let me go, and I just enjoy whatever I can and do rest well and be hydrated as well. Even for streamers, they start to work. It's definitely hard point that you need to feel defeated. It's all I honestly can tell you. It's best to say I'm defeated by the manager, but I'm willing to get back to basic and then learn as she teach, and later on down the road, who knows, she'll start to open up to you, being nice again, I think. But that's all for now. And I hope you guys understand, I'm not here to make bad things, I'm not here to make remark. I'm just saying that I make my mistake, I learn from it, I make sure I'm ready to change, and I need to always be polite. Even though I used to yell people at YouTube, I used to yell at Mr. Boy a lot. You can ask him particularly. I yell at most of my moderator, but they understand I have frustration in making video. But in reality, when you work, people don't know you and what you're capable of. That's what the majority people feel about having a streamer on board or on deck. At this point, I would say overboard. But I myself need to constantly remind myself everything is okay. Even though it's not okay, you just say okay, okay, okay. You're willing to learn. And that's all I can say. So I'm definitely out of here. Even though it's very tiring, I got work again in the afternoon, 1:30 shift to 6:30. But there's a definition maybe you will extend until 7 o'clock. Maybe. So I'm definitely out of here. I want to rest and get ready to face work again. So I hope this video is able to help people that actually wanted to join a milk tea store. and what to expect.